Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Fluent English Podcast. Welcome to today's English story lesson. Our story is called The King's Three Questions. It's a beautiful folk tale about a young king who learns that real wisdom doesn't come from power. It comes from kindness, timing, and compassion. So listen carefully, learn new English words, and stay till the end for a wonderful life lesson. Long ago, in a peaceful kingdom, there lived a curious young king. He ruled fairly, but deep inside, he wanted to be the wisest ruler of all. One morning, he gathered his ministers and said, "I have three questions. If I can find the answers, I will be the wisest king in the world." He continued, "My three questions are these. 1. What is the right time to do something? 2. Who is the most important person? 3. What is the most important thing to do?" The ministers whispered and discussed. One said, "The right time is when you plan carefully." Another said, "The most important person is the king." A third added, "The most important thing is to win wars." But the king wasn't satisfied. He thought, "These answers don't feel right." So he decided to visit a wise old hermit who lived in the mountains. When the king arrived, he saw the hermit digging the ground, planting seeds. The hermit was old and weak, yet working hard. The king said kindly, "Wise man, I have come to ask you three questions." The hermit nodded but said nothing. He kept digging. Then the king said, "Let me help you." He took the spade and worked for hours under the hot sun. Sweat covered his face, but he kept helping. At last, the hermit said gently, "Thank you, my son. Rest now." Just then, a man came running out of the woods. His hands pressed against his stomach, blood pouring out. The king rushed to help. He tore a piece of his robe and bandaged the man's wound. All night, he stayed beside him, giving him water and food. The next morning, the man opened his eyes and whispered, "Forgive me, your majesty. I was your enemy. I planned to kill you. Your guards hurt me instead, but you saved my life." The king was silent for a moment, then smiled kindly and said, "I forgive you. Let us live in peace." Then the hermit finally spoke. "Your three questions are answered, my king." The king looked surprised. "Answered? How?" The hermit smiled. "Yesterday, if you hadn't helped me dig, you would have gone away, and that man would have attacked you on the road. So the right time was when you were helping me. The most important person was me, the one with you at that moment. And the most important thing was to show kindness and do good for the one beside you." The king bowed and said softly, "You have opened my eyes, wise one." The king returned to his palace, ruling with compassion and wisdom ever after. And that's how the story of the wise hermit and the young king ends. A story that reminds us true wisdom doesn't always come from books or thrones. Sometimes it comes from helping others. The king came to learn about life, people, and time, but he discovered something even greater. compassion, and forgiveness. Let's look at a few important words from this story. Hermit, a person who lives alone, far from cities, often in nature, to pray or think deeply. In our story, the hermit lived in the forest, simple and wise. Wisdom, it means deep understanding, the ability to make good choices, not just with your mind, but with your heart. The hermit's wisdom helped the king find peace. Compassion, feeling kindness and care for someone who is suffering and wanting to help them. The king showed compassion when he helped the injured man. Curious, wanting to know or learn something. The king was curious about life. He wanted to understand its true meaning. Forgiveness, letting go of anger towards someone who hurt you. The king forgave his enemy, and that forgiveness healed both their hearts. So, what do you think? What did you learn from this story? Maybe that every act of kindness brings peace, and every moment of forgiveness makes us a little wiser.